I love this place, I love this program, and I love these people. And I think that's the coolest thing about it, because throughout even the rough times over the last couple of years, we've always been close. We remain close. Like, the family and the brotherhood aspect has never left. I think that's why we had such a good retention rate through the coaching change, because guys believed in one another and the buy-in was there. We just needed, something else, whatever that may be. We needed something else, and the buy-in was there. Most guys stuck around, and look what it's transitioned to. So I think it's a lot of beauty, especially in this day and age in college football, because through coaching changes, transfer portal, NIL stuff, like, there's guys going all over the place. So I think I'm forever grateful for guys who just, we all stuck together, stuck around through the hard times, and, hopefully we finish strong this year.
Out there tonight, you bring fire, you bring passion, you bring energy, you bring physicality. I don't know there's words you can really use to describe Dwayne Carter. I mean, when you write up the book of what a Duke football player should look like, you're going to be hard-pressed to find someone a little bit better at it than him. I mean, he's everything you want on and off the field.
Here's the snap, going to keep it on the ground. Mitchell spun to the middle, lost the ball. It's scooped up by Carter. 20, 15, big boy touchdown! Dwayne rumbles in, and the Blue Devils have broken it open here in the third quarter.
He's been a tremendous player for us. He's been a difference maker in critical games, in every game.
Quickly they hand it off. Oh, nothing doing. Carter drops him for a loss. Concepcion on the carry, and that is not a fair fight. 187 against 305.
You got to consider the path that Carter took to get there. Splits a double team, 2 O-linemen trying to take care of him, and then swallows up Concepcion in the backfield.
He's a leader in the locker room. He's extremely well respected. He gets along with everybody.
I tell you, the game is won right here.
And then he's a leader on the campus. He's a leader across the country in different activity groups and different things that he's a part of. There's just really not a whole lot he's not phenomenal at. And I've told a lot of people this, but if he ever starts a business, buy in early, because it will be very, very successful.
It's definitely been a journey. And I describe it just as that. It's been a journey. I think it went how it's supposed to go. So I came in freshman year, you came in freshman year, and now the low man on the totem pole again. And my mindset coming in was I was going to play regardless. Like, I was just set on playing, and I'd be a failure, if I didn't play. Nobody said that except for me. That was kind of just my own self-talk and standard that I kind of set for myself. I played, I think, the first 3 games, whatever it was, 3 or 4 games, and then they kept my red shirt, which I'm grateful for, looking back on it. But freshman year, I played in that first game, and I kind of got my name called surprisingly. And I'll never forget, Coach Albert called my name, and I ignored it the first 3 times because I acted like I didn't hear it. I was like, that's not me. And sure enough, he threw me out there into the fire. And I was kind of a kid with a deer in headlights. And now transition now, the stages we play on a consistent basis, the way we've turned this program around, and it's just crazy. Now I go out there, I don't even flinch. It's just second nature. I think it's cool, the evolution of my career in terms of me just learning. I think that's one of the biggest things I did best for myself was just always being open to learn. I came in with the open mindset. I wanted to be around successful individuals who already done it, successful coaches. Just listen to anybody who would really talk and kind of give you knowledge. So I think that's the coolest thing about me is I was always willing to learn. I still am.
He was one of the first guys that I kind of brought in and wanted to sit down and talk to, and you could just feel his personality in that first conversation, and you kind of realized very quickly that he was one of the alphas that you were going to have to win over in the locker room to get on your side. And I think explaining the vision, explaining to him what we were trying to do, where we were trying to go. He obviously has a tremendous amount of pride in this program, and wanted to play a big role in getting it back to where he had hoped it would be when he came here. And I think the two of us maybe just kind of worked together to form that vision and kind of give him the tools to go kind of implement that in the locker room as best he could.
just work. There's no other way to describe it. It's hard work day in and day out, and it's in the weight room, it's in the film room, it's in meetings, it's in practice. Like, I don't think I really understood the depth of the work that it took to be good in this sport as a team until last season, I would say, because they just preach it. And Coach Philly started in the weight room was like, these lifts aren't good enough, even though we're leaving lifts, like, limping out of there, like, very sore, like, tired. It's like, these aren't good enough. So you kind of started this culture of, like, the extra workouts are, it's not mandatory, but if you're not doing them, you're missing out because every other guy's in there working to get better on something. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be another hour-long workout. It's just you doing something to refine your skills, get stronger in this area, learn a different protection, learn a different scheme, like just all these little things, and they add up. And then they translate on the football field and the practice field. So I think the work itself, like I think it just speaks for itself.
Here's the snap. Play fake. Wants to throw. Hit from behind and fumbled it. It's scooped up. Headed the other way is Dwayne Carter for the touchdown. A scoop and score. And it's 20-0.
So many people for years talk about our defense, they talk about this, talk about that, and we just hear all these words. And obviously you're not supposed to read headlines, watch videos, but this day and age, you're going to see it. Like, no matter how hard you try, you're going to see it through somebody, somehow. It'll just pop up on For You pages now, like the algorithms. It'll just pop up. So you're going to see it regardless, and it's about how you handle it. So I think we always turn it into fuel, and fill it into our hard work. We talked about work earlier. It's like we took everything we were feeling, like all the words that we're saying. It wasn't let's clap back and say something on social media or make a video and talk trash to somebody else. It was like, okay, like we're not going to say anything. We're just going to put our heads down and work. And I think it translates too in how we play the game now. It's just we don't go out there just looking for revenge. We play because we love one another, and we play because we know we work for it. And because we work for it, somebody has to pay for it. And that's kind of our mindset out there on defense, so it's pretty cool. I came in thinking I wanted to leave a legacy, right? But not in like a selfish sense where I'm like, the all-time sack leader or X amount of tackles, like most in history, whatever. And obviously that's my goal, to be the best at my position across college football. That's my goal every year. But at the end of the day, for Duke specifically, and like my whole career, was to just be the best in every space that I could be in, right? And impact every space and leave a legacy in terms of like how I make people feel, what I contribute, and actually leave something that's lasting instead of just me out there playing on the field and however many sacks I end up with, tackles it may be. So that was kind of my goal, and I feel like I've been able to do that because of all these great people on this campus. I've met a tremendous amount of people, and very great people at that, like good people who want to see you succeed in your sport and outside of your sport. So I think I've kind of met Duke where it was and kind of, use it to excel.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. They say Coke Zero is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Statistically, the world is losing color. But who wants a gray world when we could have this? Honey yellow. Peri-pinkle in the gold. Things stay the same when the same is where you stay. But in hundreds of Delta destinations, simply opening your eyes can open your world.
I need to try it first.
Under a gorgeous sunny sky, we welcome you back to Charlottesville as we get set for the 75th meeting between Duke and Virginia. The Blue Devils are 6-4, and the Cavaliers are 2-8. Loftus ready, and from the shotgun, here's the snap. Wants to throw, looking to the left, lofts it, end zone for Calhoun. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown! Here's the shotgun snap. Calandria tucks to run, angles left, brought down, back inside the 5-yard line. Big ol' number 5 got to him. What a play by Jamion Franklin. Here's the snap. High, handled it well. Pressured, fires, caught, touchdown. Makai Wall, the first of his career. And it's a 4-point game with 1:13 to go.
A phenomenal throw by Loftus with the defender right in his face.
30-27 will be the final score.
I mean, Virginia just made bigger plays than Duke did.
For whatever reason, we didn't play our best football. I think, defensively there were some run fits that we really didn't do the things that we wanted to do. We didn't set edges at the second and third level the way we have consistently, almost since we've been here. We gave up too many explosive plays. That's not really been something that we've done a lot this year. Credit to them a little bit for some of the catches and contested catches they made, but I just didn't think we played the game the way we're capable of playing. And then offensively, it really comes down to, we got stopped on 3rd and 1 3 times, and we had 2 turnovers, and I think that's not a recipe for success on the road ever. And so while we did do some good things and certainly continue to fight, and Grayson made some plays down the stretch, I just think you can't get yourself behind like that in a road conference game, and unfortunately we did. What you always want kids to understand is the role they play in the result, and the role preparation plays in creating the plays that create the result, right? And I think you're just trying to point out, like, hey, listen, we've got to bounce back from losses better. We've got to practice better. We've got to execute better in practice, and that stuff translates into the game. And and that there's nothing guaranteed. Every single play is a critical moment in every game, and that's just the reality of college football. And I think everybody thinks you put on the film and there's these huge wide spreads, and there's really not. You take 5 plays in a game and you flip it upside down and you get a different result, and that's every game. Wins, losses, it doesn't really matter. You just don't know when those plays are coming and when those critical moments are coming. And unfortunately Saturday we just didn't make them, and then we've got to figure out a way to put ourselves in better position to do that this week.
Loftus ready. Here's the snap. Gonna throw, looking over the middle. He's got Jordan Moore for the touchdown! His 3rd of the night, and now they'll go for 2 to try to tie it.
We really challenged the guys to bounce back from the Carolina loss. I thought it was really important to us to go out there and show Duke football and show pride in who we were, and obviously there wasn't the same amount of stakes on the line as there had been in previous weeks, but they're still tasked with representing Duke football the right way, and I think we did that from an effort standpoint, from a commitment standpoint, from a buy-in standpoint, from an emotion standpoint. We just didn't do it from an execution standpoint, and that was the part that was really disappointing. And certainly nobody was trying to not play the game the way they were capable of, and certainly we have our mistakes too as coaches, and there's things we wish we could have done better and called better, and all of that kind of piles together in what happened. But you didn't put the film on and see a lot of kids not giving effort, not caring, not doing the things that you would expect a Duke football player to do.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Head to Bojangles and grab your tailgate box today.
Duke's new century cries out for a university where the drive to discover is not hemmed by disciplinary logics, where philosophers work side by side with physicians and physicists, where nurses find inspiration in narrative theory, where mechanical engineers team up with marine biologists or musicians. I believe Duke will continue to be that university, together.
Duke Football 360 with Dave Harding, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
The Blue Devil offense has had several weapons emerge over the course of this season. Today we're going to focus on one in particular. That's number 9, the junior running back from Live Oak, Florida, Jaquez Moore. Jaquez has 5 games this year with a carry over 30 yards. So he's prone to getting a big play. Against Virginia, he had a 58-yard touchdown run. And we're going to break that play down today, which really helps encapsulate and put on the paper what he is really good at and what he brings to the field for the Blue Devils. Here he is lined up to the right side of Grayson Loftus. At the snap of the football, we're going to see pretty good work by the offensive line, getting engaged across the line of scrimmage. The tight end comes and kicks out the defensive end, and the vision is what initially pops off the screen. You see Jaquez get down the field. He sees an unblocked defender. This is the linebacker, and watch this little jump cut from him to the right side to avoid that contact. Incredible agility and explosion to jump off of a static stop basically to his right and emerge from that. Now, let's also focus on where the ball's going during the course of this play, the improvisation, if you will. Ball snapped on the hash. After this little jump cut to the right, he's basically at midfield. Then we're going to see some explosion from him. Just a straight line speed to run away from all that mess in there as he sees a safety come fill. Was initially thinking he's going to take this lane, cuts to the left ever so slightly. That explosion allows him to run through arm tackles, and then now he is from the middle of the field all the way to the near sideline, using that as an avenue on the way to the end zone. Great block also by another one of the Moores, Jordan Moore. Look at the effort down here running down the field. Really cool to see him escort his teammate in. This is a view from the back angle. We talked about that ability and athleticism in a short space to get from one side to the next. There's that cut, and then the explosion of speed, the power to run through the arm tackles, and the quickness to get away from the defense and have an explosive play, 58 yards for a touchdown. Jaquez Moore has been showing up in the ground game. He's caught a few passes as well to help the Blue Devils on offense move the football down the field. He brings it all to the table. He's got that quickness, the wiggle ability, explosion, the power, the great vision. Jaquez Moore, complete back for the Blue Devils this season.
Here's a handoff. Jaquez Moore bounces outside 45, back to the left, across midfield. Jaquez Moore, 40, down the left sideline. He might go. 10-5. He is a magician. Touchdown. When you need more, just find Jaquez, and the Blue Devils are an extra point away from cutting it to a touchdown.
Growing up, I just always loved. I never got to play
you know, a true skill position until like my 6th grade year of middle school when they had me play receiver. But, you know, but now it's like when I touch the ball, for me, it's like if this crease is right, like if it cracks the right way, I could go to the house every time. And like, I just think that's, you know, a great feeling to have.
1st and 10 off the Demon Deacon 32. Jacquez more straight ahead, 30, 25. Look out! Cuts right, 10, 5, touchdown! Jacquez Moore bursting onto the scene. And the Blue Devils are an extra point away from tying it up.
So much speed, explosion, the great vision too.
I think last year, for me personally, it was more so a confidence thing. Coming into the year, playing behind, you know, Jalen Coleman and Jordan Waters, you know, I really kind of just sat back and used that year as a growth year for me, you know, see what I'm not doing as well as them or see what I could be doing better. And, you know, I think that was just a step. And, you know, kudos to those guys giving me the utmost confidence in the world, always, you know, encouraging me. You know, if they see something that I didn't do as well as I possibly can, they let me know, and, you know, vice versa. And I think just having those guys in my corner really just allowed me and helped me to take that next jump to boost my game to another level.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
These mascots represent some of the most heated rivalries in college sports. What could possibly bring them all together? Everyone agrees on the best team in smart home security. CPI.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld battery pruner. Real steel. Find yours.
Takes the snap with 2. They will keep it on the ground running left. And a huge hole! Jordan Waters cuts right 15, 10, 5, good night! On 3rd and goal, the shotgun snap, a play fake, looking to throw. Moore is wide open! Touchdown! 9:17 to go. Tied at 13. Here comes Polino for the lead. Stacked up along the offensive line. Beeland to throw. A little shoulder shake. Taking a shot up top. He's got a man. It's Calhoun in stride. House call. Touchdown. Pump fake. Launches to the side. Tipped into the air and intercepted. And taking it back for a touchdown. It's Chandler Rivers with a pick 6. He fires end zone for Moore. He's wide open. Touchdown. And the Blue Devils have the lead. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way, and it's good! And the Blue Devils walk it off at Wallace Wade. 24-21, the final score. I don't know how, but somehow they got it done.
And the Blue Devils are bowl eligible.
When you look at this big picture, I still think you have to look at this season as a success. I think some of the things that we were able to do and some of the different stages and spotlights this program got on this year that they've really never been on. You know, the Monday night opener against Clemson, hosting College Game Day, you know, going on the road and playing an ABC primetime game in Tallahassee. Like, those are all necessary pieces of the build to get this program where we want it to go. And maybe the result wasn't always exactly what we wanted it to be, and maybe at the end of the day the overall record isn't what we had hoped and dreamed it could be, but I still think it was a necessary step as we build this thing, and success isn't always linear, and that's just the reality of an up-and-coming program. And so I think there are unfortunately some really tough life lessons you have to learn in becoming a championship level program, and I think we're in the middle of that right now, and hopefully coming out of this we've got a really good taste for what those spotlights are, what those stages look like, and you know, move this program in a direction where maybe we get better results the next time we're on them. We have 37 seniors. You know, I don't know what that means in nowadays world of college football in terms of whether they'll be back, not back. It's a weird world when you come to those types of things. But I think when some of those names get called out Saturday, Duke fans are going to recognize some kids who have been playing an awful lot of football here and an awful lot of high quality football. And that means a lot, you know, and this is the last time those kids are going to walk off Brooks Field at Wallace Wade Stadium and have an opportunity to look at a scoreboard and look at their teammates. And obviously you want that memory to be a fond one that they can always look back on and remember. There's a lot of special pieces of this group because this is the group that didn't have to, right? This is the group when a new head coach comes in and things aren't going the right way and the new guy comes in and wants to change an awful lot. This is the group that makes the decision of where the direction of the program goes, right? And if they decide that they don't want to be all in the new direction, then you wind up setback years. It's hard to get it going. But when you can get a group like this to really believe in you and believe in what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish, you know, things can happen really quick, and they have here for these guys, and they're a huge piece of everything that Duke is now. And so, yeah, I think to me they'll always be special for that. And first-time head coach coming in here, and you know, I don't know if they had any reason to believe in what we were doing, but they did, and then they ran with it, and they've made something really special out of Duke football these last 2 years.